everybody, welcome to another episode of Train with the Sports Pod. Today we're going to talk about the long splits, okay? And this is a great exercise or a great rehab exercise or a great stretch to increase hip extension and hip flexion at the same time. Now, we have a couple of rules when it comes to stretching and getting long-term lengthening of any type of tissue. And it's the same thing with smashing. One is time, so you have to do this for at least a minute and a half, and the second is tension. You have to get to that end range of motion, and we have to get into that end range of motion actively. If you're not getting to that end range actively, you're not going to get that long-term stretch. So, Coach Teo here, he's going to be my demonstrator, and we're going to do the long splits hold. So, what I'd like you to do, the first progression to this, because sometimes you might not have great balance while we're doing this, but we're going to use a stick, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to just get into a long splits as long as you can go. Okay, so if you come a little bit closer from right here, watching it from right here, you'll notice that the first thing that happens is his hips open up like this, right? We're not trying to do a straddle, we're trying to get into long splits. So we want to square the hips up. So the first thing I'm going to do is cue him to square his hips up, making sure that they get into a more square position. Now, you're going to see that he wants to rotate through his torso, and I don't want that. So I'm actually going to have him shorten up his stance a little bit. Good. And then I have him turn his hip forward. Good. The cue is to squeeze your glute here and squeeze your hamstring. Good, like that. Now, you'll see that his front foot is flat. I actually want him on his heel like this. That's why we have this. I want him to lock out his quad like so. Good. Excellent. So now what's happening essentially is that we're doing a long-term stretch for his backside on his right leg, and then a long-term stretch on his front side, his quad, his adductor. The last thing is, if you can go right over here, you'll notice, and I'm a little picky about this, but he's a little bit forward. You see some flexion. So what I want you to do is lean back a little bit more, and I want you to bring your stomach in towards your spine. Hold that position like so. Keep his shoulders back like this. And this is what we'd like to see. Oh, and I actually want him to turn his foot out just a little bit. Lock out your knee here. Good. Move your hip in. Good. Now he starts to feel what it is to be in a long split. So what we want to do is we're going to do a couple of sets of this at about, I would say 90 seconds or more. And you're going to see, if he does this every single day, he's going to get a little bit longer, longer, and longer. So this has been the long splits with Coach Teo and Dr. Wu. If you guys have any questions or any concerns, please DM us on social media, find us on our website, and move free, humans.